Educators and learners without accompanying need to pay royalties or license fees. That's according to Boucher et al. 2011. Teachers are free to use, teachers are free to reuse, to remix, or to share the educational materials that they downloaded or accessed in some other OER websites. Another definition of OER is from Creative Commons organization. Well, open educational resources, or OER, are teaching, learning, and research materials in any medium that reside in public domain or have been released under an open license that permits their free use and repurposing by others. Open educational resources is not only for teaching or for learning, but also for this are also includes research materials, which the user or the one who access the materials can retain or can reuse it or can remix it or can share whatever the product of the remix between the access materials and the adaptation of a certain user. The general characteristics of OER. They are often though not exclusively offered in a digital format. Usually in a digital format, but for some, they wanted a hard copy of an analog version of the model that they print it using the 3D printer. OER can be in any type of learning resource used in educational setting. Open educational resources includes full course materials, modules, textbooks, streaming videos, tests, software, and any other tools or techniques used to support teaching and learning. The digital format allows the reuse, sharing, adaptation, and repurposing of the resource for the different educational setting than the original one. Teachers may reuse, share, or modify, or combine, or create a new product as needed in your own classroom. Or teachers can contextualize the context or the format of the materials depending on how you're gonna use it inside your classroom. So upon or after adaptation and remixing the materials or injecting your own methods, your own purpose in producing a new OER, you can actually share them. The difference between an OER and open access. So, how will you tend to talk about open access and open educational resources? We actually access already some of this, but we really don't know that, oh, this is already an OER and this one is open access materials. Okay, so an open educational resources is related to teaching. Okay, so though it is also that this can also be used in research, but usually if it is open OER, it is related to teaching. Okay, so codified knowledge useful in teaching, learning, and stimulating discourse. Free from public access, customization always permitted. Okay, so when you download an OER, you can do whatever you want. You can remix it, you can repurpose it, you can adapt it. Formats, there is various of formats for the OER. You can have the videos, software, textbooks, assessment, resources, teaching guides, images, and figures, and even simulations. While open access is related to research. Okay, so it is scholarly works primarily created a document new knowledge and advance the scholarly conversation. And it is free from public access, but you cannot reformat or you cannot adapt the materials or you cannot remix. Okay, so you can access it freely, but and you can share it, but you cannot adapt. Okay, so you cannot modify it. So the format usually are scholarly books and scholarly journal articles. You can access them from the different websites of educational websites, for example, or government organization. The materials are freely available in their websites. In terms of freedom of use, so the difference between open educational resources and open access are there. For open access educational resources, we use the Creative Commons licenses. Okay, so and I have a separate discussion on this. Okay, so for open educational resources, that is usually public domain. So this is the abbreviation. This side is the abbreviation. This is the license name. Okay, and these are the icons.